Hi everybody, welcome in. We are going to be playing some more Ace Attorney today. As you can see, we're not as cursed. It is a Sonia from Pokemon cosplay. I do have the pants on, but I do not have the lab coat because I didn't feel like buying a lab coat or a trench coat because it is, 100,000 degrees outside. So I did put my hair up. This is my natural hair. It's not a wig this time. So first time I've done a cosplay in a while that did not have a wig. You love the hearts in my hair? Thanks. They're like little clippies. The first time I ever put this cosplay together, I did little paper ones that I taped to like bobby pins, but I really like the way these ones came out. They are reflective, which is really cool. They're very silver. So I love them. I love them very much. All of this was gifted to me by somebody who follows, so that was really cool. We are, like I said, playing Ace Attorney, so I'm trying to get that set up because I turned on my Switch and then I didn't do anything with it, so it turned right back off, like the Switches want it to do. As you can hear, there it starts up. All right, so in the first case, we ended up with Amnesia because some guy smacked us in the head with a fire extinguisher, which should have given us like a concussion, but instead just gave us amnesia, just amnesia. So we played the entire first case and ended it without having a clue who Maya was. And then we remembered her and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. And we said she recently came back into our lives 2 months prior. I'm getting my pre-stream hydrate out of the way before we dive deep. Oh, that's the wrong one. I have my game capture screen. There we go. Now do keep in mind that I don't play this without y'all, so what you're seeing is what we're experiencing. And also my hair keeps like trying to get back together even though I separated it. So it's like a Romeo and Juliet situation with my hair. It might kill itself later. I don't know. That's probably a really dark joke to make. I am so sorry. I'm less sorry if you're familiar with Shakespeare, but I am sorry from a like, oh my god, it's so loud for me. I'm so sorry. I'm less sorry from like a literary standpoint, but I am sorry from a really dark joke in the first 5 minutes of the stream. That's not cool of me. So what we were doing is we were doing each individual case. Justice for All is the name of this one. So, episode 2. So our first case, or our first save is the very first game, the second save is the second game, and of course the third game will go on to the third save. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Oh my god. I was murdered by that person. Vengeful ghost time. Alright. Ooh. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Oh my gosh. My goodness. Uh-oh. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. What's going on, Maya? I mean, clearly we're gonna get her off the hook because otherwise she would still be in jail by the time of the previous case, but you know. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. Ooh. Alright. So what were we doing? Oh. What a depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me, do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with the day of sun. Is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve, calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. Okay. About your case? Like, that's the reason you're here? Could we maybe talk about that? Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl. I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. Is that what you call that? My name's Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Oh, okay. Well, that's great for you, buddy. I'm so happy for you. Remind me to never end up under his knife. Why? Because he's angry? I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Ooh. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. I don't know why this is tilted so high up. It's supposed to be there. That way it can see Mimikyu a little better. He's kind of falling today. I don't know what's up with him. He's supposed to be hanging out with us, but he wants to take a nap instead. So, sorry about that. It is fitting that we are technically cosplaying a Pokemon professor, and there are Pokemon in the background of the stream. That's where they belong. I'm trying to like move, and I gave myself like 3,000 chins. Good job, me. Did you hear me? Upsetting. Yes, I heard you. I agree. It's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me, and this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash crunch, instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. Oh my god. Bro, that's very insensitive. Like, she lost her life, fam. Calm down. He is not calming down, for the record. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloids were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice, and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. I bet they think he caused both. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Interesting. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? Also, my shirt is not fitting the way that I want it to. It's the first time I've worn it for a long period of time. That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. For me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? Go grab some patients off the street? Like, I want you to help prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey, you know this girl, correct? Maya? Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. That's not how that was working. Well, yes, I mean, hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. I must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot of these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling! I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya. I wonder what she's up to right now. Aww.
We, the women of the Fate Clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Aw, sweet. Our little sister's growing up. Not conducting training. This will be the first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that's why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? Sure. Yeah, probably. And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. Wow, I know. She won't channel a spirit unless Nick shows up. Come on, Nick, let's go. Oh wait, we're Nick. I forgot. Okay. So this is Karine Village. Karine Village. Maya's hometown. Oh. Crap, there's gonna be Maya who has a little girl voice, and then another little girl. That'll be fun. Why, hello there. You've chosen for that guy because he looks like he would talk like that? At the same time you hate it, thanks. You're welcome. I just was trying to go for like a very pompous voice, so that's why he got a very no-nose kind of drone. If she talks, we're screwed. What an odd little girl.
Hey, wait up, Pearly.
Very Voldemort of me. Thanks. Someone else is coming this way.
Nick!
It was Maya. Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again.
Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up.
It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away.
Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little.
It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I would have visited more.
No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself.
If that's true, then why did she make it a condition that we come for this spirit meeting, spirit channeling? Oh, well. Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you.
Haha.
It is going well, isn't it? Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon.
But this case, do you know the messy story behind it?
Ha ha ha! Behold the power of Maya Intelligence Network! Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident.
Ma'am, that is not what you're trying to prove today. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? It's Google.
The tabloids.
Okay, worse. That's what I thought.
Ha ha ha, I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me.
Yeah, I guess so. Would we take a crazed killer as a client? Probably not, but maybe. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya?
Yep. Crying Village, but I've heard people call this place Medium Valley.
Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium?
Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think.
That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong.
Actually, only the women of this village are mediums.
So what do the men do?
They leave. They usually work someplace outside the village.
Yeah, they leave. Got it. But yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her?
Oh, you mean Pearly?
Sure. Curly?
Pearl Faye, she's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly.
Cousin. Wait, then that means, is she also,
Yep, she's a medium too. Pearlie's a real genius when it comes to channeling.
Oh, interesting. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier.
Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away.
Yeah, okay, fair. Suspicious looking. Wow. My ears are trying to fall because my hair is like right where they normally sit. So I'm gonna lose my ability to hear the game.
Well, you're not wearing training clothes for starters.
Of course not.
Pearlie is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Crane Village.
Aunt?
Pearlie's mother is my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay?
In her house? Okay.
After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers.
Alright, good luck, Maya.
Thanks!
Cool, sounds good to me. Well, at least you're still the same perky Maya. Alright, to the meditation room. Ooh, what a house. Cool. Alright. Oh, Mr. Wright, I am so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today, aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. I can't believe you still watch that same channel. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. Reminds me of my 13 back home. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you, too. Cool. Cool. Let's check that out. Alright, we have a side room and winding way, and then we have a channeling chamber and the meditation room. Cool. It's a partial, which means there's more to this than meets the eye. Clearly. But I doubt we're gonna get to go anywhere else. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention, I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd. Hey, that's my birthday. 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. Wow, how many times is he gonna say negligent? That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. Cool. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about it from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. What were you doing at the college? That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Crane School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. I mean, Maya's been doing it in courtrooms, so, you know, this chair is not sitting with me properly. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? Sure. I'ma just walk right in. That's a lot of candles. I'm now slipping in the chair. Wow! It is such a strange atmosphere in here. That is one word for it. These flickering lights. I guess they're candles. Really? You don't say, Nick. Thanks, please. Good sir. Who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good, sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You're a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Morgan Le Fay, you mean? Because you're suspicious, lady. Nice to meet you. Oh, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you ask too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistance, you would surely have not won. First a girl that runs away, now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. I'm worried that her voice and the dudes are gonna get too close, so I gotta be careful with that. Ah! Thank you. So, why have you had Mystic to buy his name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. My ears. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya? It is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Quran channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. RIP headphone users? I'm gonna turn my mic up a little. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Karain school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame. However, I will admit, I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. Meaning she probably has no power. Got it. So today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. So this room is the channeling chamber? The place for a spirit medium who speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session? Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Quran techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. I never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. Don't tell her that. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why wall channeling is being performed. The heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd... She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? Ooh, what a cute daughter you have! A pure heart that knows not the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Alright, I'll talk to you anyway. Let's wander around till it's channeling time. Stay better. Winding way. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. Incinerators were a big thing in the samurai case, so I guess we better pay close attention to it. Let's look around. What you got? It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. Interesting. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in, although that incinerator piques my curiosity. We already looked at it, Phoenix. Hey, it's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. So why'd you talk about it so long? Looks like there's a room over there, too. A peaceful feeling is emanating from it. Cool. Alright, let's move towards the side room. Oh. That looks like a person. Or a body. No, okay. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There is bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. Oh, then we better be quiet. If my headphones will stop trying to fall off my head. I shouldn't disturb them. But I am gonna examine them. Bedding spread on the floor, someone sleeping. She's probably an exhausted medium, taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. I don't think they can do that, Phoenix. Nope, no clues here. That's a board. It's a decorative wooden bear. Oh. Oh, it has a fish in its mouth. There's a plate attached to the base. Crime Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to spot you? Gulp. Wow. Here he is, worried about bears. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as storage space. But here, it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. Alright. It's the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here, I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Okay. Easy enough. I don't see any options for like moving around the room or anything, so... Okay, back to winding. Oh! Up.
Hey, you! Hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask.
Wait. I'm sure... Oh, no. Okay. I should have known from Gal. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you, what, a year? You are, a lot of heart. You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo. I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, lot of heart. Ah, so I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. Of course. And today, I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and go to the meditation room. The mediation room. Oops. What are you waiting around for? Come on. A lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Trying to put the moves on a lot of heart. Okay, I guess our path was just to walk back and forth. Interesting. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya, an honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to sit this like above my thing or something. Cool. With this, I can finally swallow those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. They might still be able to do that. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Right? Me? Oh, yeah. Sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key?
Yep, right here.
That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well.
It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started.
Finally, let's go. Wow. Click. Door locking sound. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. What are you? This is Karine Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Oh, we were waiting and there was a bang. Y'all give me a sec to check this on my phone. I know I'm texting in the middle of the stream. How terrible of me. Alright, let me... Oop, I almost gave somebody the wrong number. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Work stuff. They didn't need me, but they needed me to tell them who they needed. So. Hey now, what was that just now? Came from inside of the channeling chamber. Bang. Oh my god, a second one. Hey, that's a gunshot. Excuse me. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I bet my afro on it. Well, you probably did hear a couple when you were out on the lake. Maya's in there. Break into the chamber, ask Morgan what to. Break into the chamber! Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're gonna break in! But what? But there's only one key and that kid's got it. We're gonna have to break the door. Is that alright, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there is one matter. That is... Don't try to stop me. You can send the repair bill to Wright & Co. law offices later. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Slam, slam, crash. Ooh. Ooh, that's a body. Dr. Gray! Sorry. Sorry, cheers. Oh, Lotta's taking pictures. Oh no. I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Oh my god. Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for stamping up photos. Oh, shots. And anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But... Hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. So, Maya's not Maya, because she's clearly possessed by a spirit. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. How long did it take them to get here? Because we're 2 hours away from the city. And they're on their way. That's good. Lordy, I've seen a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Well, yeah, she just saw a dead body. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. I guess we'll talk to her. What you witnessed. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Let's not ask Lotta too many questions. Well, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff. His personality stinks like wet sheep. And we don't have to do his voice anymore, because he's dead. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's a real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. That sounds like every surgeon ever. Must have been real rough to work for him. Okay. Off we go. Called the police. What else can we do? Nothing. We could stand there and wait, but... Gotta check on Maya. Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. What kind of business would you have here? Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, Jimshoe. My name isn't Jimshoe. Two of them went to the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Alright. While they're doing that, around we go. Oh, I went in. They're probably gonna kick me out. The police are busily running around here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you! Don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. I was supposed to talk to other people. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? Yeah. About Maya. Hate to break this to you, pal, but the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, forget about it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about it later, pal. Right now I got a job to do and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. Oh my god. A knife? Basically, the Vic was the first stab, then he was shot. Can I look at anything? We just want to look at things. I'm not getting to look at many things. Okay, I'm not allowed to look around yet, it looks like. Because I can't, like, look at anything. Examine. That's the word I was looking for. I was trying to go here anyway, so. Side room! Let's see if that sleepy person's awake. They must have woke up for the gunshot. Pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? Ah! I mean, like, so what's time? Isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there has been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another there, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah, after all that effort, that's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Innie Money. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like, supernatural phenomenon, ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So, what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Huh, Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see, then why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they serve for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. Okay, cool. So, you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that. I, like, totally know nothing. So who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. She was not responsive to that. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like a long, long time ago, I was like a patient. Yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Yeah, I don't have any evidence that she would know him, so okay. Guess she doesn't know him. Except that we know that he was introduced by a student, so I don't know what's happening. There's no one here, as usual. Oh! Ack! Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Uh-oh. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Wow. Can we like give chase or something? Okay. Alright, so we can't talk to her. We clearly need something to be able to talk to her, so. Okay, channeling chamber, nothing new here. I guess maybe Lotta. Let's go back to the village. Oh, okay, cool. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? God, don't let me be next. Eek, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine! Lotta, chill. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. Oh, what? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you. It's just too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer? That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos with more within your reach from now on? More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember, I took pictures of the murder scene inside. Ah, she did, two even. The Seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It's gonna be a sensational story. Lotta. Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. She ran away laughing, and I'm not even gonna attempt that. That sounds wrong. I mean, I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Because we have. Alright, Faye Manor. Burning inside me. I mean, she did say that her stomach couldn't handle it, so. Oh, dear madam. You have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all that buzz? Right, everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation is not gonna be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here, under the roof of the Fae Manor tonight. We can all be together. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Alright, the next day. Morning, I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. So we were forced to stay there? Why couldn't I go sleep in my own home?
Nick!
Maya!
What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this.
Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. Wow.
I finally get to see you again and...
It's not your fault. You didn't do it.
No, I did it. I killed that person.
But that wasn't you.
It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak and I couldn't control the spirit's powers, so...
I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but...
You don't have to be nice to me. I understand.
So you're the master or something of the Korean School of Channeling?
Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title has passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday.
But many people think the channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act.
You believe in us, don't you?
Well, yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. Interesting. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so... Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber?
I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him.
Okay.
We closed our eyes and I began the channeling.
This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story.
And that's the last thing I remember.
What?
After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness.
Then you don't remember a single thing?
When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream.
A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling?
I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that.
I see. I have no idea what to say to that.
There was a really familiar smell, too.
Under the ground?
Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before.
I guess this is about all the information I'm going to get for today. Gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay?
Huh? It? What is it?
The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course.
But...
What's wrong?
Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer.
No one's decided that yet.
But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands.
That's enough, Maya.
It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose.
Stop it!
Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared.
Don't worry, I will. When is the trial?
It sounds like tomorrow.
As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now.
Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm, and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers.
Alright, cool. Magic! Alright. 2 hour by train. Let's go get all the evidence we can before tomorrow. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? We're gonna find out. Just straight back to the law office. Forget this whole thing ever happened. Don't show up to court tomorrow. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Alright, anything interesting in here? A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. The door that leads to the channeling chamber. The place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. It looks like there's a strong lock on this door to top it off. It was certainly strong enough for my shoulder. Alright, let's go in the room where the murder took place. We'll find pearls later at some point, I'm sure. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh! Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I am on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue, and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She's one scary lady. Literally, like, the whites of her eyes show when she's mad. That is... Whew. Oh, dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions, too, while I have the chance. I guess. Alright. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya? And then we've seen all this play out, so we're just gonna skip ahead. I just wanted to do the ghost voice again. What happened there in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. To make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique? The spirit of that nurse was inside Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and her self steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. Sorry, her voice is putting me to sleep. My bad. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Maya, I mean Mystic Maya, this was her first channeling. And that is why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I am grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Qurine's sacred writings. Along with the Qurine's sacred urn, they are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. We should check on it. So, how was Pearl today? Mr. Wright. Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. You thought my mic cut out, but apparently you turned the volume too low. Oh no! You were very confused for a few moments. Oh no! Welcome back. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy and is the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. But her voice is killing me. In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? No. I will not be quitting. Thanks. Finding way. Let's go see if we can find Pearl. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school? Oh. There's a box. Hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday, the, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right, Mr. Smith Esquire? That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is right. Smith, right? Well, I got, like, the 3 letters right, at least. Did she? Yeah, IHT. She got those right. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I studied this thing called parapsychology at this college, and you told me about that yesterday, the sesame allergy too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So like, what was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Talk, I guess. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to like study here. Like what? Like, the medium's training, or like how they inherit their spiritual powers. I suppose this village is the real thing after all. So like, I asked if I could stay here for like a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least, on the surface. I mean, you know. Have you heard about the murder? It's like totally scary. She says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. That's not nice, Phoenix. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was very suspicious. She panicked. Wow. This was her reaction yesterday. We're not rereading it, I'm sorry. She was a patient, she says. Okay, she is definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Well, we can't prove it, so... Hey, look, a box. Now where did this box come from? I'm sure this wasn't here last night. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. Okay. Alright. Back to winding way, I guess. Examine. here, back to here. Where are we supposed to go? Because we can't really, like, talk to her about anything else. And we can't talk to, Eenie Miney about anything else. So what are we supposed to do? Re-examine things? Are we supposed to look at this again? Really old urn, blah, blah, blah. It's an incinerator, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Everything is the same, so I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. Oh. You left the blanket a mess. Are you going to fold it? Like, I had a really good nap, and like, I was thinking of leaving it like this. So like, it's all set for tonight. Wow, lazy. It doesn't look that bad, but it does look like somebody is still sleeping there. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the bottom, attached to the base. Brain Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. It's the same thing. Isn't it cute? I like totally bought that. Oh, so she can react to it. Ah, so it's yours, huh? Yeah, so like this village is really famous for like channeling bears. Wait, famous for bears? But it's like, okay. If you ever like see a bear, you just play dead and they like leave you alone. Is that right? Yeah, cause like fighting back is totally no use. Has she actually tried to fight one? No, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt this woman has tried. I don't know what to do. We've examined everything. We've talked to everybody. I guess let's go back to our office. Alright. Whew. Feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been one day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Huh, it's chilling there. Ah, here it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. Yeah, okay. Let's look at it then. Or not. 14 patients died. Okay. Back to the village, I guess. I don't know what good it's gonna do us, but apparently it's gonna help us. Maybe she'll have something to say about it. I will be leaving shortly to meet with Mystic Maya. I simply do not have the time to look at such trivial matters. Okay, guess she doesn't know anything about it. Winding way. Side room. Do you want to see a newspaper? Like, I'm really sorry, but... And I know that you totally had your heart set on it, but I can't, like, take it. Who said anything about giving this to you? Would you take a look at this? Hey, it's like one of those little badges people in Congress all wear. Nope, no, I'm a lawyer, L-A-W-Y-E-R. Like, so is that what you are? Wow. I can't take it. Ah, it's a Magatama. Aw, you shouldn't have. It's so totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. This chair is not the most comfortable. Okay. Well, we tried to hand her everything we had. So, let's go over here. And back in here. And back to the chamber. We probably shouldn't give her the Magatama. But maybe our badge? Nope. I will be leaving shortly. Oh my. What is it? That is Mystic Maya's Magatama. Why do you have this in your possession? I'm sorry. Return it to Mystic Maya at once. Yes, madam. Why did it feel like I was being scolded by my own mother just now? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Phoenix, you gotta stop being such a little bitch, baby. Has there been any change? No. Back to Maya, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Anything else? Charlie, quite a decorative plant. It's a memento of my boss Mia, who passed away. The rest of the room may be in shambles, but I always manage to care for this little fella. Poster of the TV action hero, the Steel Samurai. Maya stuck it up here right before she left. I wouldn't say that the Steel Samurai and an attorney's office are a good match, but Maya threatened to curse me with some magic spell. Guess it could stay. Wow, good job, Phoenix. It's my desk. I keep it neat for those rare occasions when I actually have a client in the office. Wow. So you'd like dust it, or... Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long, a layer of dust has started to form. One of these days, I should try to build up the courage to read one, I guess. Wow. Phoenix, are you sure you're a lawyer? There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. It's high class now because there was a murder. Alright. Back to the detention center, I guess. Maya must be in another round of questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later. Okay. Will something be different now? Well, this is... Huh. Okay. I think we have handed everything to every person, and we've looked at everything, and we've used all the dialogue options. I don't know what to do. We've looked at everything here. Pretty sure. Yeah, looked all this. Okay. Back in the meditation room. I guess we didn't really look around here very much. But store leads out to the winding way. The weather outside looks really nice. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool, cool, cool. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh look, here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as once-in-a-lifetime chances. Okay, that's cool. Not really much else here. Okay. Back to the village, I guess. I guess we haven't really explored the village? A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. It looks like this giant rock is called the Karine Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in. Or something like that. Oops. Payphone? It's an old-style phone booth. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get good reception up here, so who knows? I may need it later. I may need it at all times. An old bus stop. It says Karine Village on the signpost. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. That is inconvenient. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fay Manor, the place Maya calls home. Hello! It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Alright, what's down here? Rustic, thatched roof houses where the other villagers live and line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me. It's kind of odd that I don't see any other villagers walking around, though. Probably because there was a murder, Phoenix. Like, let's get serious. Okay. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. We've tried to hand everything we could to Morgan. We've tried to hand everything we could to Eni. We've tried talking to Maya, but she's like being questioned. So what do we do? We're clearly supposed to do something that's gonna trigger Pearl, but... Okay. What do you know about this person? I'm like, sorry, but it's like totally like time for my nap. Yawn. Ah, she even got me yawning. And I like totally don't care about that person anyway. Okay, what do you know about literally yourself? This like I think I've seen it somewhere before. What? You're joking, right? Haha, like, of course I am, silly. Oh, thank goodness. Detective, what do you know about this person? She's gonna say all of this. How about Lada? Nope. What about Morgan? That's Morgan Faye. Like, she's been totally helpful. Did she just bow to the picture? So what about her? Oh, nothing in particular. I just wanted to know what you knew about her. Well, she's like a really good person. I see. Like, totally. Okay, this is going nowhere. How about Pearl? What do you know about this person? Nothing. What do you know about Maya? I wanted to ask you about this girl. Oh, that's like Maya Faye. She's like the master's daughter. You surprised me. You knew that. Well, like, I totally know everyone related to the occults. Maya is like an idol among spirit mediums. She is? I didn't know she was so famous. My headphones won't stay where they're supposed to. It's really bothering me. Maya, an idol? I guess stranger things have happened. Okay. Not a single thing we can do with her, I guess. Alright. Let's try talking to Morgan about everybody. Seems like a weird move, but could be worse. Alright. How about Maya? I can hardly believe Mystic Maya has become like this. Directly influenced by the likes of you, and becoming caught up in a situation such as this. I'm sorry. Hey, hold on. Is all this my fault? I told her so many times, as I have also told Pearl. Do not associate with strange old men you don't know. Well, that shouldn't apply to me then, especially since I'm hardly an old man yet. That doctor was one of those people. Those who intend harm, while the spirits receive harm in return. It's karma at work. It seems like he was the one who took the nurse's life. Wouldn't you agree? I guess that's possible. What is she drinking? Good sir. Yes? When did you take this picture? This is one of those, what are they called? Those hidden camera pictures. No, it's not one of those at all. Such an unforgivable offense. You will hand it over to me. No, I won't. I gotta remember to watch it when I'm talking about Pearl. Okay, what about yourself? It shows the same face as the one I see in the mirror every day. And anything else? No, that is all. Why in the world did I bother to show this to her? Because I couldn't think of anything else, Phoenix. Please. We usually do not welcome strangers into our village as they disturb the aura here. Especially people like you, good sir. Hey, what do you mean especially people like me? You selfishly make Mystic Maya help you with your work. You should be thankful I have not taken your life for such a disrespectful act. Yes, madam? And even more importantly, remember that if anything were to happen to Pearl... What is that supposed to mean? Strangers, blah 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 blah. Still the same thing that you said before, including all the threats. Okay, well, I guess let's look around the room now. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Oh, clearly we needed some things. Folding screen added to the court record. Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean Mystic Maya! I will tell her. Okay, cool. I just needed to examine the screen, apparently. Love that for me. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they're used during the channeling. Maybe. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. And the blood. I don't really need to examine anything else, but... Bloodstain! This is where the medium sits, I assume, and... yeah. Probably wait. There we go. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center there. Yeah, they'll do that. Because it's blood. Okay, so we made something happen. Apparently we just hadn't looked at one little thing. Oops, I didn't mean to go right back in. I meant to go to the bottom option on the winding way. Cool, new thing happening. Haha! Ack, you surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Aw, she's still holding something in her hand. For a whole day? It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. I was told to give you this thing. Oh, yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Oh my gosh, she's crying. Ah, I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. Phoenix, please.
That's Mystic Maya's.
Huh? She actually spoke.
Who are you?
I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya.
You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right?
Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from.
Oh, I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone.
What?
So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right?
Well, yeah, I will.
Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love.
What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? Phoenix, are you blushing?
I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Oh, what a wonderful relationship.
Wait, I mean, we aren't. Things aren't like...
I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm gonna help you in any way I can.
Wow. Alright.
Are you interested in Korean's traditional things too, Mr. Nick? The Korean sacred writings are on this folding screen.
Oh, is that what's written on it? Actually, what caught my eye was this hole in it.
It's a very old screen, so I think that maybe bugs made it by eating through it.
Sure doesn't look like that way to me. Okay, I don't know what else I can show her. But at least I can talk to her now. Pearl, are you friends with Maya?
I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her.
Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered.
Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad.
Oh, sorry.
But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her.
Where in the world did she get an idea like that?
By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from?
Which channeling school?
Yes, for example, I study a Korean technique.
Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. A lawyer?
Lawyer?
Yep.
Is that related to spirit mediums in any way?
Not that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is?
I am sorry, but I have no idea.
Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So, what's that you got there, Pearl?
Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you.
Yes. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, though. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me.
You look like a child of a Toy Story, Mr. Nick.
She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one. We did not give her a refined anything. Black key, an old steel key. Green jewel is set in the center of the key's grip.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Pearls? I can't call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Burl.
Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama?
Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you.
Well, I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy.
Spiritual energy? Magic time!
Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful.
What do you mean?
It will let you see people's secrets.
See people's secrets?
Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret.
Okay. I think I'm getting a little bit better at the little kid voice. Alright, let's go fish out the secret. We know there's a secret here, so let's go fish it out. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. She's like, it's totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? Talking about the victim. I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I like totally don't know him. You guys are probably in an ad break when that all happened. Ah, what is that? Huh? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? Oh, sorry.
You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart.
Huh? What?
This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see the Cyclops, Mr. Nick.
Cyclops? Huh.
The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it.
Unlock? But how? They're just talking about this and she's standing there like, la la la.
Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. Unless you remove the lock.
She's so determined. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I give it a try.
You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop.
Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this psych-lock thing a try. Okay. I'm gonna ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray? I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach. Gross. That's a lie. She's lying. This girl is hiding something. I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Okay. Present the Magatama. Okay. I thought it was just gonna offer it to her again, but I guess not. The victim. Oh, it's just like finding contradictions in court. Cool. Eeny miny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I had told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed, for now. Something that shows a possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. Well, she said she was a patient of his, but also he was in the news? I guess that's the tie here. Here's your proof. What is that? Ouch, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Okay. Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. If I don't have enough proof, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. While it may be possible that she never met in person, indirectly known of him. If it wasn't that, what was it? Nope. Okay, if it wasn't the newspaper clipping, what was it? Okay, we're just gonna, like, stop? I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather more clues before I try again. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to be checking. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. Okay. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be your lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Ha ha ha, I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How about this? A real genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Wow. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is gonna testify tomorrow. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta, took some hot pictures earlier. She did. She took pictures of the scene. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fake could have done it. Wow. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloids last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? I could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. He's searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. Look really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. If we give it to him, is he gonna give us something in return? About Maya's trial tomorrow. I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? I thought that man was in jail. Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. A horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wow. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial and... That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma that you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? Wouldn't that be Edgeworth? So, who is this successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal. It's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. She became a prosecutor at 13? Oh, wait, we don't know it's a she, but prosecutor at 13? Really? That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Huh, kid, huh? Well, wait a second. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? That's what I'm saying. I mean, a prodigy like that? I would have heard something about... Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. But attorneying at such a young age? I don't think so. Oh, my hurts are becoming less visible because I keep getting lost in all my hair. Wow. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Ugh. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. I get this terrible flashbacks to that case. Wow. Stop it. Getting rid of yourself, Phoenix. Stop thinking about Edgeworth. None of that matters anymore. Now that he's gone. Oh. Yeah, I guess you can have this thing. I hope you give me something in return. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story. The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. He found his clipping. Okay, cool. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Mimi Miney died. The nurse at Dr. Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. Miney, huh? Alright, cool. Thanks, detective. I'll see you later. Ma'am, don't lie to me. You and your psycholock will do nothing. The victim. I think you do know him. You may have indirectly known him. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Doesn't have the same ring as take a look at this photograph. Like, what is that? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Ah, liquid. Mimi Miney. Miney is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. His name is a pun. Turner Gray. Like, turn her gray. Kill her. So he's the murderer. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Wow, as she chews on her hat. Unlock successful. Ooh, we healed. Whoop. We healed. Alright, let's try this again. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Mine. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. And that's what I thought. I heard that like Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Like a total slave driver. My sister's like always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So that's why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy like drove my sis so hard, so like that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like I think that was the doctor's fault too. My sister's pushed by like everyone's expectations and like her duties and stuff. And I pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So like, are we done? I've like already told my story to like everyone.
Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a cyclock works.
Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to.
The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying.
We did not know when to stop trying. But she wandered off. So let's wander off too. I don't know who else to talk to at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can go back, because if she left, then... Can we examine this closer? Where did this box come from? Sure it wasn't here last night. Looks like a box for clothes. Nope, it's just a box. Okay. I thought maybe there would be more details now that she wasn't here, but nope. Okay. Back to Winding Way. Meditation room. We'll just leave. We'll just leave with Pearls. It's fine. We'll just save her from this village.
Mr. Nick?
What's wrong?
I have never left Korean Village.
Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing.
You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, are you? Please tell her I said hi.
Okay. Hey, wait. She ran off again. Well, I know Aine's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Alright. Let's go see if we can talk to Maya some more. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. Oh no. We gave her voice to somebody else. How are we gonna pull this off? It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. It's Mia! Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. We're gonna have to give her that voice instead. Mia. She's Maya's older sister, and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. It's a fun way to say death. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But... So, tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. Well, she killed a man, so I told her everything about what had happened the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. Mia, how? You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. What? They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt she had died and been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then what does this mean? I think it's safe bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you. To blow the lid on the case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. Oh, is that a euphemism? I'm gonna literally show her the key, but it better not be a stick. Mia, have you seen this key before? The key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Oh my god, Mia, what? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. So ask Mia about it. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me, what in the world is going on? To be continued. But we are going to continue. We're trying to do the full entire case in one go. We may not do that for all of them in this particular game, but we are going to try to do it tonight.
What? Prosecutor Von Karma, you mean...
No, I heard it's a successor this time.
Successor?
Well, his successor's just getting a British accent like Miles, so, you know.
Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks so he could win.
I mean, he didn't kidnap you, at least. Or me, or something. He didn't do what Red White did and, like, accuse everybody he came across, so... He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be.
It's no good. Mystic Maya!
Oh.
Mystic Maya!
Pearly!
You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks.
Huh?
Then you came over yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here.
Of course not. I ran.
I can't, oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man.
Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train?
I give up.
It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Objection!
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life...
Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again.
Huh? But why, Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What is going on?
What? Well, wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Welcome in, Charlie. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway.
Nick?
What's going on? I don't know, but I'm nervous. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What is with this kid? Wait, how old is she? Do we know? We do not know. Okay. Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on, so she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Francisca Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up on a promising career in Germany to come and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. I can't do a German accent, that's why we're sticking with British, or at least as close to American doing British as I can do. Otherwise, it would sound really butchered. It'd be a lot of jaw, and that's not really good. It would sound terrible, is what I'm trying to say. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal matter, I'm sure you can... I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my wit will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ah! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of the Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor. Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say that you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Man, we got a lot of accents going. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Yeah. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Wow, I am not. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows, and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Oh, that's where they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of those open and shut cases, if I have ever presided over. Oh, the most open and shut cases, my bad. Alright. So how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. Cause of death. See if we can find some contradictions. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The pistol was fired from point blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Okay. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. The victim's autopsy report, sir. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank range. The court exception to evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Okay, here we go. Alright, press it. Murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have... Oh, she has no accent according to her sprite. Why would you have a pistol? Who cares? The point is that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on the pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant Maya Faye's were also on a grip, sir. Well, that's definitely not good. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Ugh. Walked right into her hands there. Ouch. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grow tired of this foolish foolery of the foolish fool of the foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn hole is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Why don't you know that, Phoenix? You're a lawyer. Stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? Ugh, this does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Suffer, apparently. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yeah, sure as can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ugh, what a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Wow. This is terrible. Everything is terrible. Maybe we should have taken a break between these 2 save spots because this is not going to be easy. We might try to get halfway through rather than the full thing, but I was hoping to get the full thing done. The date and time of death was June 12th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. These court cases are never easy. No, this one is especially difficult because how can we prove, well, you see, it was the spirit that she was channeling and not actually her, so, like, she didn't actually kill him, but, like, she did kill him. So, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where technically she didn't kill him, but also technically she did, so... Wow, that made my hair even more everywhere. That's cool. That worked a little, though. I'm kind of okay with this. Now I can wear my headphones. Properly. Sort of. They're, like, kind of lifted. Sorry, I know, I'm messing with my headphones instead of playing the case. But, like, they need to fit on my head so I can hear the game, too. It does seem like an open and shut case. Curtsy. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. No. She was framed. I don't know how we're gonna prove it. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Ah! I'm being attacked. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now see here. Proceedings are run by... Eek! Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. Wow, that whip is doing numbers. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So, this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of backspray blood on this. This piece directly links my fate to the crime, sir. Somebody else could have worn it. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Dang, I don't know what we're gonna do to prove this. Alright, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Don't ask that, Phoenix, because it will. Huh, what's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. I mean, no, we're gonna call you by your full government name, Phoenix. You can barely see my hearts anymore. They're just kind of doing their own thing. Unless I turn my head a lot, but no. Alright. Can I look at it though? Like... He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he wasn't or wasn't? Was or wasn't? You can find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim, or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with his testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, then I'll have her. Okay, so... I guess we'll just press around for a minute. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya? She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Okay. I mean, the gun would suggest, but... This evidence clearly contradicts. How? They're not. Blah, blah. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I don't think that won me any points. How are we supposed to prove this part? Okay. The blood on this costume. Lab results showed that it was the victim's blood. Okay. Not what I need to know. Well, okay. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. Any other clues you can glean from this piece of evidence? Oh well. If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. Oh yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what do I do? Press further! Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Yeah, obviously. There's a hole. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. Ugh, looks like my time is up. So about the costume. There's one little thing. Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Well, where is this problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. I guess this hole right here. But the other problem is that we have her key. But I don't know how to prove that. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. It's not like she shot through her sleeve, so... because it would be covering her and she wouldn't get blood on her. I guess. I don't know. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first, before anything else. Alright. It was updated. Cool. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. Objection! Objection! How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Why, I would agree. It's a mistake on the part of the police. What prosecution Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way! Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay, so now we can present the thing. Now we can present the thing. We just needed the thing to change slightly. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? How do you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, it did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Ah, you're right! It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Not really, it would still be self-defense like they were trying to get you to change to earlier, but okay. Right, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is with that are you finished yet a laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that my affair was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ah! Now that you... Why, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. Damn. No! Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. How so? Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired at it in, of course. Huh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together a scenario all by myself? Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yikes, that's scarier than Edward threatening to dock his pay. During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Oh, why? The scenario you've put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. But please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Alright. We have to find a hole in this testimony, and I'm not sure how we're going to do it. What transpired? There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such a flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the crime channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the crime channeling technique. Of course she did. Like I said before, I am perfect. What are you talking about? I didn't quite get it. Wow, the judge doesn't know. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he probably would have been hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to get blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Wow. Sorry. I mean, it was a good descriptor. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim Dr. Gray had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. How do you know that? Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? Maybe. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Wonder how we can prove that he fired first. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you could fire it, just by pulling the trigger. Even me? I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Alright, there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Alright. Do I have anything that I... Oh, I already accidentally hit the I'm glad Maya wasn't hurt. No. There's barely any blood on the knife. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything, but like... So we know that this, it's about 8 inches off the ground, is a small hole that looks like a bullet. Which means he'd be laying down to shoot, or he would be shooting downwards. I have no idea what to present at this point. He missed. So he hit her in the sleeve, and it hit the screen, but it's not a contradiction. So how do we prove that it's not a problem? Saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Oops, why did I press this? I meant to present. Alright, but she had the nurse's build. Was the nurse as tall as him? He doesn't get it. We haven't explained nothing to him. Alright. Stab the victim in the chest. Small fruit knife. And Dr. Gray. There's not really anything that says that that's wrong, so... No, this is pretty consistent with that too. I have no idea. Let's just see what happens when we let it run out, I guess. I simply have no idea, honestly. It makes us look very bad. Like, I don't know. I may have to look up a guide because I literally have no idea. We're just gonna pretend like I'm not looking this up. Y'all will just bear with me. I have no idea what to do. Okay, I'm just looking. Okay, we did that. Okay, wait. Okay. I don't know. There's something that has to be a thing. Okay. I don't know why, but I did pull up a guide that just kind of tells you what to do. So it says to present the costume, but I don't know why. Okay, it's definitely the right answer, but why? Missing the tiny hole in this costume would be the prosecution's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Has it? Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on the costume? I didn't know I was looking for that. Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point-blank range, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Wow. That's a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would have not had the strength to push the defendant very far away after that. Oh, she's sweating. Well, then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? You must be careful. Can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. I'm gonna say something doesn't make sense, because that just seems to be the only way to get myself out of this. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw? Yeah. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make a final blow? And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot? There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. Maybe this one? I don't know. I mean, was the knife found in his chest? Because if so, like, that would be the thing, but I don't know. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that, a folding screen? I would like to point out the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Ooh, where, what? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? No, I'm not clueless too. The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but actually squatting low to the ground. Order, order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Oh, I have to tell him? Wouldn't she have been, like, here? She would have to be here, but she should have been here. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh. Wait. I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Wow. I'm getting a penalty. But, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Think things through again. She would have been literally right where I pointed. If her testimony was right, then I don't know. I guess she would have been in front of that? The defendant was in this area? Nope. Okay. Okay, so according to her testimony, she was in front of him. But I guess according to the... I don't know. Would she have been in front of the altar or something? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so he's, you know, and then I'm gonna think things through. I want you to think things through. Here's a penalty. I would think in here, but like, Maybe, like, okay, here's the hole. Here. Nope, okay. Where in the world is this woman supposed to have been? Guess I'm pulling this back up. Okay. Just left of where the hole is? Okay. We're probably gonna lose, and I'm just gonna have to save real quick so that, you know. Okay. The guide says here. Okay. She was standing here, near the folding screen. Why? Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix, right? You... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing away from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Yes? Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. How's that? The prosecution has claimed the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way down by the folding screen. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the... And I hydrate. Wow. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh. Of all the things to inherit, why did she have to have that? Why did it have to be that smarmy smile? You amuse me. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it my fault? You can start repairing your by standing by. Sorry. You can start repairing your standing by. You're standing by first removing that three-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. You were thinking this earlier, Love Von Karma's hair? It is pretty nice. What about his hair? But punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. Alright, we ready for Lotta? I am. It's easier to do her voice than Gummy's. Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Alright. Whew! We made it to the recess. To be continued. Ooh. Oh, that was not the same sound. Yeah. Trial 2. Trial part 2. Alright, when do we get our next save spot after this? I want to see. Alright, I'm just scrolling. Okay. If we get to a point where we have to like investigate more things, which happens in like every case, I'll probably cut it there. So it'll be a 2-parter. Sorry. Whew, that was a close one.
I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air.
I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you.
Thanks. Wait, tricked?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of heart.
Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sis ghost will come after you and haunt you.
Okay.
Your sister, are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, don't you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, she didn't know that. Guess we have to channel Mia. Or maybe Maya can, and we'll be better off for this. Court will now reconvene. Now for the first order of... Oh! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Well, bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. That's not accurate. Witness your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here's violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Yeah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. No, let's be one big happy family, okay? Don't whip me again. Only the doc and the defendant went to the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lorry there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Oh, waving the pistol around. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon, of course. Excuse me? Reckon, course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. Now she took two. So what does the second one look like? We're starting to assume that the only defendant and the victim were in that room. But it's from behind, so we can't prove it. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix, right? I will clear all doubt about my answer this cross-examination. Just watch me. Whew. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you babbling about? You were there too, were you not? Irk. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against his own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went in that channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. Oh, she's getting real smarmy. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. Heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I'll tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing, that was great. You were a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would like to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I don't think that was a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. Press harder. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. Lotta, a time like this, blah 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 blah. Is this really Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Oh, well, you see. Did you get caught up in the excitement of testifying again, Lotta? Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. Does it? For a defense lawyer, defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats, attracting like one again. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given. Huh? What? Rick Given, you know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good old look around the room once. Ain't no way someone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I ever may have a word with you, Miss Hart. Rick Given, yep. What, you got a problem? Rick Given, I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as reckon Given, Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? As I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. How do we prove that that's not true? The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? How do I prove that it's not Maya in that photo? Your Honor.
Mr. Wright?
It is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. Because we have the key?
What? Do you know what you're proposing?
Yeah, that's just plain fool stuff. Is it because we have the key? Like... I don't know. I don't know. looking. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Apparently I picked it wrong. Thanks, guys. Your show of support was great.
Proof to this court, the person in this photo was not my FA.
Here is your proof. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought it would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic.
Apparently I'm supposed to pick I can't prove it. Give up!
Well, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should get up when trying to prove this is not my affair. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. I mean, we should be able to press that she took 2 photos, but we have no evidence to prove she took 2 photos.
That's enough.
Is this it? Is this all I could do?
I think it's quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible.
I told you. Totally 100% impossible.
Miss Grandkarma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume?
I couldn't protect Maya. Why are we standing there like a bump along? She took 2 photos. Where's the second one? The defense. Come on, dude. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Whoa! She fills out that costume way too well. Put those things away. I guess I just made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But pearls! Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Click. And then she turns around, click again. You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Now then, the court would like to end this cross-examination period.
Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated...
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Why is she on my side? Yvonne Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry up and give us another testimony.
Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more. What happened when you burst into the channeling chamber? Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a great look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Do we press her, or?
Nothing sounds different from before.
Some parts of her testimony were very vague. Is it just the fact that she took 2, or like, hey, what's the deal here? I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. I'm guessing it's just the fact that she took 2 pictures and not just one. Really bad. Take a shot. Actually, you took 2 shots. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots.
But only one has been submitted as evidence.
Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself.
And why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma.
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. Your Honor, the defense asked that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well, yes.
Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Yeah, that's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? Ah! I was so angry I lost my composure.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it, that's all. How can you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with a second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Not a second photo. That is not Maya. That is not Maya Fey. Her boobs are bigger and her face is completely different. That is not Maya Fey. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important person is the person in this picture. She's most definitely not Maya Fey.
Channeling, what are you talking about? This one's really a thing. It's fine.
What is the meaning of this?
This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? It's not Maya! Technically. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in this picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Anybody unfamiliar with channeling would totally buy that.
Order, order, order! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you'd better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the Detention Center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she's obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word, if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that the picture cannot be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she... From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Mia Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, if we get this wrong, then we lose. I'm gonna save, because if we pick the wrong answer, then we're just gonna have to... I can prove it? Your Honor.
Oh, the fire's returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to the testimony up until now. Can we prove it though? Can we actually prove it though? I don't think we can. I really don't think we can prove this.
A contradiction?
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. How do I do that? Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange? Oh. There's not a hole in her sleeve. Like, there should be a... Please direct your attention here.
To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
Yeah, because there's supposed to be a hole in the sleeve. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? She's usually the one cheering up the mood. Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Not again. With the condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor? I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to the case.
I see.
Okay, she's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything, the bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by the strange turn of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. There is only one logical explanation for this contradiction. Shooter is the defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What?
Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial.
Ah! Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness! Ah! What in the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal for a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Oh my god, she's threatening her life. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Why? I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Maya's calling me by my full name. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had you enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around, even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix. So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, a third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left the room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true...
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. And the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the rights, the defense had left the room.
The key, right? Since we shouldn't have it? Probably because we shouldn't have it. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ha! Well, ain't that a kick? How come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you.
No! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case? How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will now reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wow, we barely got out of that. That deciding where to put her thing was not great.
Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yeah, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know?
Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
Nick. I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick. Do you think you could take Pearly back home for me?
Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A ticket?
Poor thing, so sheltered. At least she won't have to walk back home. Alright. I was gonna try to do the full case in one go, but the way I'm wearing my hair is starting to pull on my head a little bit, and it's giving me a bit of a headache. So I am going to wrap it up here. We're gonna continue this next Saturday for sure. And of course, I will be live tomorrow morning. I am going to be showing you all the closed beta for Palia because the NDA is over and I can talk about things like that. So that will be a lot of fun for me, at least. I think it'll be a good time. So hopefully you all have a restful, relaxing rest of your evening. I hope you get a snack if you need it. Make sure you hydrate because it's good for your brain and your body. I'm going to do so now. I'm going to finish off this bottle. Ready? Perfect. And I will see you all tomorrow morning, or I will see you Tuesday evening, or Thursday evening, or even next Saturday, where we, well, I don't know what cosplay we're doing, but we will be continuing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game number 2, and case number 2. So, hope to see you soon. Bye!